Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So today I'd like to share with you what is Qigong and what is this jing stuff of the Chinese traditional martial arts, so that you can have a clear view on what is it, know what is it, and know that what I'm going to show you is not an interpretations, okay? I attain it and I can show you what it is exactly, and you can attain that too as soon as you know what it is, okay? And what I'm showing you here actually is in my basic ancient Wing Chun art and science book. It is there, okay? But I'm going to show you with my body, my physiology, so you exactly know what is going on. At least you see it, okay? And so that you know what it is. Now, the reason I get to this far to want to show you this is because lately in forum there always a discussion on internal chi power, okay? And you can see there are some people who actually practice some Wing Chun and go practice some Taiji and import whatever Taiji into the Wing Chun and then start all this stuff, okay? And as in my previous YouTube, I have shared with you that this internal stuff in China is very problematic, okay? So you can watch my other YouTube. And one thing I don't like it is this, okay? I don't like it, I really don't like it, is that these people who study Wing Chun and then study some Taiji and start to come back and put down Wing Chun, saying, well, Wing Chun do not have internal training like Taiji, okay? Go read the forum, okay? And then it start to say this, oh, because Grandmaster Yip Man is an opium addict, so that Wing Chun do not have this internal Qi training, okay, or Qi development. Well, the bottom line is this type of people learning some Taiji and come to the Wing Chun and bad-mouthing Wing Chun, bad-mouthing Grandmaster Yip Man. Do they know what exactly Qi is? I have checked people, I screened them, and they don't know anything what I'm talking about, okay? So, number one, whatever Grandmaster Yip Man do is his business, it's none of our business. What we know is Grandmaster Yip Man has a student named Bruce Lee, which contribute big time to traditional Chinese martial arts, okay? And as for what Wing Chun have internal or Qi or not, today I'm going to show you, okay? So here on, don't have to buy all those people who study some Taiji and start to play Grandmaster, okay? We in the West, we want to speak with evidence, with objective, okay? Not just go spreading gossip or rumors and try to play down Wing Chun, okay? Now, let's begin. The first thing, you know what is Qigong? Qigong is, in today's term, is the skill for energy handling. The skill for energy handling, okay? Now, anybody have Qigong has to be able to enter a physiology state. Yes, a physiology state. Anybody enter into this physiology state can be detect or measure with today's scientific instrument, such as brainwave, such as the breathing pattern, oxygen intake. Okay, so anybody bullshit about, they talk about qigong, this and that, it's simple. Just bring them to the lab and measure their brainwave and measure their breathing pattern, or the breathing detect their breathing, screen their breathing pattern, and measure their breathing capacity change and so forth. You can right away know what he have. So anybody's bullshitting all this thing, you just bring him to the lab. You check his brain wave and check his breathing pattern and so forth, and very simple, you can know whether he is talking bullshit philosophy and fantasy, or he get it real, develop in their body. Qigong is as what I'm saying, that the skill of managing energy. That is what it is. Qi mean energy, Gong mean the skill of managing it. Okay? And so, the bottom line is one need to be able to enter a physiological state. If one do not be able to enter in the state, forget about it. That's why when I coined the 6-13-3, remember the 6 core element, 13 state, and 3 system key, the 13th state is very important. And let me share with you, whatever my ex-student who claim whatever they intern and everything, none, zero, okay? Zero can get into the Qi element state, which is the 10th state. None can do that. Also, none be able to enter into deep breathing state. And none be able to get into the silent state of the mind element. Okay. Prior to I show them how, and they still cannot get in there. Can it be checked? Sure. Just go to the lab, check the brainwave, check the breathing pattern. Okay. It is a physiology state. It is not a philosophy. It's not a belief. It's not an interpretation. So, let me show you one by one. Okay. Now, we know Qigong have the soft Qigong. Soft Qigong and the hard Qigong is different. Hard Qigong is you manipulate the breathing and the tensing, contracting of the body, so that you be able, in usual way, to take impact. Okay. So usually the hard Qigong is like this. Stand in the the Sanchin or Sanchin, okay, or climbing stand. You squeeze the lower abs and tense the body up. Force the diaphragm, okay, while exhaling, and at inhaling you inhale, okay, to fill out your stomach, those kind of thing. Okay, so let me show you about the hard Qigong. Okay, then when I show you, you pay attention to my body. Okay, my body. Okay, right now, just do one thing. Do not listen to what I'm talking. Just pay attention to my lower abs, my body conditions, all different aspects. Okay, my mind, feel what my mind state is in. Am I silent, or am I really forceful? And how is my body? Am I tense? And then how my breathing is. Okay, then you can notice that. This you can check with the instrument. Okay, biofeedback instrument can check that. Okay, so let me show you the hard Qigong. Okay. So that's hard Qigong. See how it tense up, the body squeeze, the lower abs those kind of stuff. So there's hard qigong, okay? And hard qigong usually is when you want to train your body to be able to take impact, you do those kind of stuff, okay? So this breathing and tense up your body, playing with your body, dynamic tension, those kind of stuff, okay? That's the hard qigong. Now, soft qigong is another type of animal. Soft qigong, you need to enter the state one by one. If you cannot enter the state one by one, then you don't have it, you don't develop it. So the first step of the soft qigong is that one has to be able to enter into the loose state of the body. The physical has to be loose state, meaning the 7 ball has to loose. So the first indications of the loose, you watch my body, is my joints, my 7 balls, okay? It has to loose up. So I'm entering into it and you see, okay, see what it is. Okay, you can see that when I enter into the state, my body start to sway. Because when you loose up, it doesn't tense up, it doesn't grips. It just swaying. That's the first state, the body. The second state, the mind has to get into the quiet or silent state. Without this, be able to enter the quiet, silent state, there's no qigong, period, zero, okay? So loose is just one thing. The second, you have to have your mind quiet down. So I enter it and let you see. Okay, that's what it is. So if anybody can enter into this 2 state, you can go to university, you put out the skin resistance, you can see the first one when you can lose out your body, you can measure that. Okay, is your body tense? And you put sensor in different part of your body. The second thing is when you enter in the silent state, you know what? Measure your head, the brain wave, and see how you handle the brain wave. It's simple as that, okay? So there's no something which is mysterious. Now, the third one, only after the third one, the breathing is coming into the picture, and you enter into the deep low abs breathing state, okay? This is the third state. Again, I'm showing you, and you just watch my low abs and everything. Again, I'm not using my mind to control. No, I just enter into the state, the physiology state, and the body will perform that way automatically. Okay, and entering into the state is very different than thinking or try to manipulate this lower abs. Okay, so watch this thing. Now, if you watch it, you can see that it is like oscillating by itself, oscillating back and forth, like a pendulum go back and forth by itself. That's called entering into the state of the lower abs breathing. Okay, when you do a lower abs breathing, your whole body feel like it is breathing. Okay, so when one get to this far, the body is loose, the mind is quiet, the lower abs, the natural lower abs is forming there. You get into that state, you become like this. So when you start to practice 修炼跑, just standing there in the equal shoulder stand, it becomes this way. Okay, now I'm going to quiet down to show you I'm not talking anymore. Okay. So if you notice, to enter this state is like what? Like actually entering into a sleeping state. The only difference is that I'm standing, I'm not laying down in the bed. So if you want to experience what this state is, it's like when you enter into your deep sleep. But now it is actually one can evoke it at will to enter into that state while standing. Okay, so that is, remember, the body loose, the mind quiet down, and then the lower abs breathing. 3 steps. Get to here is not into the Qi Gong yet. This is just the beginning. The next state is the mind. Okay, now this is not using thinking anymore. It is actually the awareness, awareness function in the thinking element. It now is going to synchronize with the breathing. Okay, now, so the breathing, instead of like just now I show you the inhale, exhale, it's going to go inhale, exhale, stop breathing. Inhale, exhale, stop breathing. That is a physiological state. I do not control it. So my mind, my awareness is synchronized with this inhale, exhale, and then this rest state. Okay, not inhale or not exhale state. So it's up there. You can look at my lower abs. Pay attention that it's going to up, down, stay there for a while, up, down, expand, contract, stay there for a while, expand, contract, stay there for a while, because it's inhale, exhale, stay there. And it's synchronized to the beginning. It's synchronized with that staying there. The awareness synchronized. That is the state 10 of the 13th state of the 613-3. Until one can really naturally snap, I want to get in here, is get in here. One have no qigong. Forget about all this qi and this is bullshit. Okay, so let me show you this. So you see that the breathing is go out and in and stay there for a while. I got come closer so you can see. Okay, I'm going to go inside there, so give me some time. Okay, so you see that the stomach is inhale like this, exhale like this, and then you stay there for a while. Inhale, exhale, and stay for a while. And then you see that my back, my spine, this is called Ming Men. This is called Dan Tian in Chinese, but I don't want to use it. Just like, you can see that when I inhale, exhale, all this is moving. Okay, just put it here so you can see clearly. See that? The whole body. So at first you have your body loose up, all joint loose up. The second, your mind quiet down. Only your mind quiet down. Then your breathing can stable down in the full body breathing. Okay, you get into the state. And then you further synchronize your mind with, remember, that breathing or not breathing. And then it enter into the Qigong state. Okay, that is the real Qigong state. And then, now I want to show you how I can use my mind to actually direct or help the flow of my meridians. And in this case, I want to do the inhale. When inhale, I am going to circulate my hand, 3 yang meridian up to my head, down, and then using the taking the path of the leg, 3 yang meridian going down to the ground, going down to the toe, the feet, and then from the inner side, when I exhale, direct the 3 yin meridians of the feet going up to my chest, and then going using the 3 yin meridians of my hand flowing up. So it's a circle. Inhale, going down, exhale, going up. Okay. And first I have to enter into the state before I can do this. Okay. This is the 13, the 13th state of the 6-13-3. Okay, let me get place first. I need room, space for this. That's how it is. Big deal. That's what I said. Anybody want to test this? Get me into a university labs. Let them measure my brain wave, my breathing pattern, my breathing capacity, skin resistance. And you know what? Big deal. If you have a good teacher, 3 months you can get that. Sure, there's somebody is more advanced, deeper, somebody is not as advanced, but at least people can get into the state. You go to the machine, you say, okay, I want to get my brain wave this way. You go there, you enter into the physiology state. That meter, the machine will show what physiology state you are in. That is the skill of managing energy in Chinese called Qigong. So you want to have a hard Qigong? Fine. You want to have a soft Qigong? Fine. Okay? So don't tell me that Wing Chun doesn't have this. And don't put down Grandmaster Yip Man. Okay? You know what? Grandmaster, I'm not under Grandmaster Yip Man lineage. But like it or not, he's a Wing Chun senior who contribute a lot for Wing Chun. There's no point, no way that I'm gonna badmouth him because of some theory or what bullshit. Okay. And that's why there's a whole bunch of bad behavior out there, badmouthing your own teacher or all this thing. You know, badmouthing Grandmaster Yip Man by the people who study Grandmaster Yip Man's art is like you drinking his blood and then you turn around badmouthing him. What is the point? So I'm champion Grandmaster Yip Man. Why? And I champion Wing Chun because we have to have some respect to the elderly. Okay, some respect for the system. It's not like, hey, you know, I'm Wing Chun and then I study some Taiji. I have know some terms in internal and then go start to come back and badmouthing Wing Chun and making one like a grandmaster. Grandmaster of what? You don't even know Wing Chun, and you don't even know what is the real Qi enter the state. And I say this, as what I revealed to you today. Anybody said they're grandmaster, I think, go to the lab in the biofeedback, measure the brain wave, measure the breathing. That's the simple thing. Measure the skin resistance. Okay? So don't buy those BS for scam and everything. Just get real, get scientific. That's why I'm proposing WCwest is enough is enough, okay? Now, that is the chi part. It is simply managing the skill of managing energy in even more lay term today. The skill of managing the physiology state. That is Qigong. You manage the proper physiology state so that it can help your body to recover, to repair itself and doing different stuff. That's all, okay? Don't give me the Zen, okay, or Karma, or Tao. Those are just BS, okay? The Chinese not like that. It's just somebody tried to sell snake oil. Now, let's go into the jing. People say this far jing, that big deal, okay? It's as simple as this. Now, far jing is just force. Li is the strength. Okay? So, if I tense up my body, and I link up my body, hold my body with the structure, and I tense up, I generate the strength, and then I press forward using my structure to support it. This is called strength. Using my body, tense up my body, build a structure, and then I press forward. This is called strength. This is like the what do you call that? The forward pressure. That's not strength. That's not dynamic stuff. When you get to far jing, the jing, issuing force. Jing is just the using of strength. In a physics term, it's just the make use of the action and reaction force. Okay? Newton's law, whatever you push, use a force to go there, there will be a force coming back, action reaction force, so you play with it. And when you play with that action reaction force, the first thing is your body has to enter the first Qigong state of losing your body. Because only you lose your body, you be able to sensitively, effectively handle the action reaction force. If I'm using strength and strengthen my body like forward pressure this way, all this is locked. I desensitize to the use of the action reaction force. Okay? That's all. So I want to play with jing like Wing Chun, sticking body, short strike. Okay, we have the mechanics and so forth. And when we go to the jing in Chinese term, or the far jing of the Chinese term, playing with that, it's just meaning losing the body. So my center axis is in the balance situations. My body is loose, as in the first state of the Qigong just now I show you. Then I'm sensitive and I can effectively handle the action reaction force. So you look at my body, okay? Look at my body when I want to handle this, okay? Instead of this, you can see that the body tense up or body loose up and do, okay? There's no such thing as what chi, this and that. No, I mean, as soon as you can lose your body, your 7 balls, you can play with this action reaction force, because action reaction force is not about the physiology state. It only need to get into the loose physiology state so that you be able to effectively handling the action reaction force. Okay, so let's not mix up that chi, energy, and then far jing. So what the heck are you talking about? Even in physics, energy and force are two different things. Okay, and The reason it's called force or jing is because it is a vector quantity where you have the amplitude and you have the direction. The reason why it's called strength is because you have the amplitude and you do not have a well-defined direction. Like strength, I have the strength, okay? Generate the strength versus you want to handle the action-reaction force in this direction. Okay. Again, strength, and then release your body here. Handle the action and reaction force when I was pushed. That's the difference between li, the strength, and jing, the force. So strength is li in Chinese. Jing is force in physics. Fa jing is meaning that issue or playing with the force. That's all. And because we are human, we have to deal with action-reaction force. And this is not energy, okay? There's a mechanics here. I have to lose my body. Okay? Now, when it comes to the striking is only to control the time release of the impulse. When I move my body and I change my momentum, when I move my body, I have a momentum. And then when I hit something, there will be a change of momentum, which is called impulse. Depend on how I can control the time of the release of the impulse, I can generate a force, either to push this away if my release time is longer, or if my release time is shorter, I can actually penetrate this thing without a big push. That is the Wing Chun inch power. Okay, so okay, you see this is more a push because the control of the impact time, the release time is longer, so you can push up there. Okay, now like in Wing Chun, okay, the snap punch, okay, that is to minimize the what do you call it, the release time of the impulse. Okay, so this is like have a long release time. This has a short release time. So that's what it is. Okay, and of course with this glove already is actually prolong the release time already. That's why when we box, we have this glove so that it doesn't damage as much as if we don't have glove and the release time is short. So again, here is another idiotic thing people say usually. You know what they say? Oh, you MMA using the glove, okay? And so that's just sport. Or you are Mike Tyson, you have a glove, so that's just sport. Okay, there's a Western boxing and MMA is just sport. It's not fighting for real. Are you kidding? The glove itself is making the impact release time longer so the damage is not big. Okay, because in the sport we don't want to damage people. If you take out this, if you take out their glove, without this glove, will you be able to take one strike? That just by simply take out this, your release time is shorter now. So a lot of this thing is like we have to look at it in the what do you call that, scientific way. You know, you can't just go imagine fantasy something and just go talk some nonsense. Okay, if the Chinese not doing that in the ancient classic, like the general Qi Ji Guang and the Shaolin short strike art and so forth, it is not that. It talk about momentum. It talk about the impulse. It talk about this state. That's what I show you as in the Qigong. Now, so in the Wing Chun, if you want to fight, because the body has to string, this is a string and extend. So what is this? Everybody is talking about. This is called swallow. This is called spit in the villager term. In the literate term, this is called shrinking, and this is called extend. So in the iYikKam Queen Quid, you can see that it say that one contract and one extend. In the villager, it say swallow and spit. Why you want to do swallow and spit? Because your body, you have to manage your body when you charge in. Okay, when you have to have all those mechanics for handling the momentum. Nobody's gonna stand there, iYikKam, practice your Wing Chun this way, and you think that it can get to you somewhere. How is that supposed to manual real physical work? Manual your body in the real physical work, it doesn't work. That's why in the 1840 Queen Quid we said one string, or one contract, or one string and one extend. You always have that. So in Wing Chun, in the short strike, is you always have the coiling here. Coiling. This is not loading. Coiling. Okay, like a spring coiling, or which is called the stringing or contracting. Because once I go, I'm going to charge in. That is the extending. Okay, that's the face of it. And also, if one have the Qigong, the energy or the physiology state handling skill, then I get into what I call the 3B state, where the whole full body dynamics and the breathing, it synchronized into one. Okay, so it will be not like that. It will be not like this. It will be like this. Okay, it has the stamina. This is not. No. Okay, so you can punch and talk. Okay, and then there is no. You don't hear me panting. Okay, there's no panting. I stand here. You hear me panting? You don't, right? That is the state. So when you say that I have Qigong, I can manage my physiology. All the 13 states, you are in that state. You know how to use the force, like I showed you just now. Handling the action-reaction force creates strength, or handling the impulse. That's all what it is. Got nothing to do with Dao and Zen and all those things. So there's no point to put down Wing Chun. There's no point to put down Grandmaster Yip Man. Wing Chun had this technology. It is in the 613.3 books, the basic Wing Chun, ancient Wing Chun art and science book, the yellow book which I wrote. And then you can see the 4 momentum zone and so forth. So if you don't have this 3B state, how are you going to fight? Are you going to stand like that? Chi, mind power. You look at those, your opponent is in the 4 momentum zone. Okay? If you don't train this way, you're going to go like this. And then you say, wow, I have Chi power. And you don't even know how to handle this body, the recoiling. That's called Senfa, the body method. Okay? So when people say internal gong, what is internal gong? As what I share with you just now on Qigong. It is just one develop the skill, the ability to handle the physiology. So this is to share with you today. Let's end this BS fantasy era on this internal everything. Proceed into the 4 momentum zone era, 6-13-3, sticking body short strike. Because that is what Wing Chun, according to our ancestors. All this chi power, all this bullshit that never exists. It's somebody's marketing scam. We don't need that. We want to revive our Wing Chun in a scientific way. So everybody, every Wing Chuner be able to develop the skill, very specifically, very clearly develop the skill in 1 year. Not guessing one lifetime and still keeping sitting down there drinking the, tea, eating the bomb, and then talking all this nonsense, okay? Because Wing Chun do not need to going down. Wing Chun have enough in-depth content, okay? So this is to share with you today.